right, welcome to the Bryn Minecraft server. I am here with Goldweard, and they are going to show us some of the things, the many things that they have built. So when you're ready, take it away.
Okay, we are standing outside of Bard's Hall Tavern. This is just, a pretty big building for just a hangout. Below Bard's Hall, I'm not going to go through the whole thing. This is a walking labyrinth that
Ooh,
you can walk through. A single path walking labyrinth that spirals to the center.
oh, that's
Once
cool.
from the center, you actually, there's stairwells that come up into the tavern itself, right there.
Oh, that is too
So there's
cool.
actually two ways to go in and out of from the labyrinth.
What is, I
Um,
noticed what looked like Latin, I think, on the sign out front. What does that
yes.
say?
So that has been a running joke with the household. Um, the Latin is miser nidus sordes et scelus, which basically roughly translates into wretched hive of scum and villainy.
Oh. Oh, that's fun.
Throughout the tavern there are and in the labyrinth there are joke signs all over the place. This one with the
Oh.
head is the last guy that didn't tip. Um, the other one over here is I used to be an adventurer like you. Just run with the games,
Yeah.
with the jokes. Um, Upstairs I have several rooms. I set up several guest rooms. I've also put in craft rooms. So if anybody needs some, I have some of the oddball. I have some of the. Oh, this is this is the attic. Um, there it is. I always get it backwards.
Oh,
I have
yeah.
the loom and bookshelves and an anvil and stuff like this in case anybody needs any of that stuff. There's a few more downstairs as well.
Very cool.
The upstairs attic, I went ahead and the attic goes upstairs, and then just because I'm a mason and it just thought it was fun, I put in a Masonic room into the attic.
Oh. So I'm
So
not very familiar with much in the way of Masonic things. So it's very likely that things in here will make sense to other people. Maybe not so much to me.
they'll make sense to somebody who's a mason. They'll get the references. I can't go into details because
Yeah.
no.
Totally fine. But that's really neat that you included that in there.
So we'll just go back out downstairs.
This looks
heading,
great.
I think south is I helped build. I put out here in the field. I did put I tamed 3 horses, so if anybody needs to, and put saddles on them, so in case somebody wants to go riding.
Nice.
And then this is Wilhelm, one of the members of the household, Wilhelm von Arts.
Okay.
So I built his tavern. I built his building here. He's Hanseatic. We won't hold that against him. But
This building looks
built
great.
basically a traders. This is based on a Hanseatic traders lodging. These would typically be built up against a fortress wall. That's why it would have the one angle going down.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's just full of stuff. Just a simple, basic, nice captain's quarters.
Yeah.
Down here is a elevator that goes down to the warehouse down below.
Let's see. Are you outside? Oh, ooh. Is
It's
it?
not a working elevator.
That was
I
gonna be
didn't
my
know how to
question.
make a working elevator, so otherwise I would have.
I saw. I think somebody made an elevator, but it looked extremely complicated.
Yeah,
That's really cool. I love that.
and then then I built him a ship, a little small. It's loosely based on a cog, which was
Okay.
typical for Hanseatic captains of the time.
Mm-hmm.
I did put in working cannons. I figured out how to make working cannons.
Oh, cool.
Now it doesn't fire enough to do any damage, but it
Mm-hmm.
you know but it fires a couple of rounds off.
Oh, too fun. That's awesome. Oh, wow. I love the detail that you have in here. This is great.
And then just of course just your ship's hold and stuff like this.
Mm-hmm.
Um, then from here we'll fly up, and I'll show you the next couple of things that we've done.
Okay. All right. I'm following you.
Okay. Oops, I'm going the wrong way.
Okay.
Sorry.
No worries. I like the dragon's head outside of Bard's Hall. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I built a small henge over here. It's
Ooh.
based loosely on Stonehenge, very loosely on Stonehenge, but
Oh, it's
but it
gorgeous.
works. And then of course down below are the banners and the signs that I did up.
Oh, yeah. And the chessboard. Did you work on that?
Yes, I did. I put in a chessboard because Castleton, there is a large chessboard on Castleton
Oh,
by one of the
yeah.
building. So I said, well, let's put the chessboard in there. And since it was a fighter's field, I figured it would just get incorporated into the field.
Yeah.
I did put in the stockyard and slaughterhouse.
Nice. And this is right by the docks. Very
Looks like
cool.
one of the llamas escaped, but other than that,
Oh, yeah. I
turns
see
out that they
him.
can climb a lot more than I thought they could.
Yeah. I end up always having to use like much higher fences with them.
Yeah.
But
So
he
I'm going to
seems.
head over here to the small apothecary
Let's see. Wait.
next.
Which way did you go?
I'm past the
Oh, all
lighthouse.
right. I see you.
So this is
Okay. Yeah.
based
So what
on
is
a
this?
this is based on traditional apothecary as seen in drawings. Most of the apothecaries would have a large opening in the front
Mm-hmm.
where where they would serve right from the front. The head on top is called a gapper.
Gabber. Okay.
Gapper.
Mm,
Gaper. So it was a
gapper.
common thing in Northern Europe in late period. It was the way they identified apothecaries. These heads would have mouths wide open, usually with a pill on them,
Mm-hmm.
and they'd make like disgusted faces.
Oh,
And
gross.
they were known for being hilarious and whatever, and it was just basically, oh, hey, this is an apothecary.
Yeah.
This is what they used instead of the mortar and pestle.
Oh, neat. Yeah, I remember hearing mention of Apothecary. That's the first time I've taken the time to look at it. This is so cool. I love how you have all the bottles on the walls, too.
Yeah.
That's
Well, that was the
nice.
closest I was going to get to bottles on shelves.
Mm-hmm.
And then over here, of course, is the approximation of Austere Populus banners
I've
that
been
I made
seeing
up
these
for everybody.
around. They look so good.
Yeah,
Especially,
yeah, go Go ahead.
I was gonna say, especially because we're an SCA server and we're in Bryn Gwlad and Anstiora. Like I found it immediately. I was like, oh, I know what that is. I thought they just look great.
So the last two things I'm going to show you real quick is I've set this up as a PvE arena
Okay. Is
because there
this?
are
There you are.
traps in here.
Oh, how cool! Oh,
And
I love this.
one goes to Ender. One, if you fall through, it'll go to End. There's a portal to End in there.
Uh-huh.
Another one
Oh.
goes to lava, and then the other ones there's like, fire and stuff like this. So if people want to do like dueling and then just like fight on here, it's got traps and stuff, but
Oh.
nothing's gonna kill them.
Yeah. That's fun. I love
And
the viewing stand up
I
here. This
just
is
let
beautiful.
it go nuts with the vines and stuff so that it could be used, but then still be visible for royalty sitting up here watching the fights.
This looks great. So cool.
And the last thing I did was up here and up at the top of the hill
Oh.
is I did a hedge labyrinth. Now, hedge labyrinths are not period. They're 17th century. They're based on 17th century not hedges. Not hedges is what they're called. They're basically,
Okay.
they would do knotwork patterns
Uh-huh.
out of hedge work.
Oh.
But those developed into the labyrinths.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a labyrinth. I wanted to have an actual, multiple path labyrinth for
Yeah.
people to
Oh,
play in.
too fun. Oh,
And
there's the
it's set
exit.
up so that people can walk through and and get lost, but it's not so big that they're going to go ahead and get completely lost in it.
This is beautiful and just like super fun. I see you've got little like stone benches tucked away in there. Those are really cool.
Stone benches, statues. Yeah, it took me a while to figure out how those how the little the armor stands worked.
Mm.
So I used it to make stone, make effectively statues.
Statues. Yeah, they look great. Too
And
cool.
that's pretty much everything I built. Like I said, it's been a lot of fun. I gotta admit, I spent way more time on this than I probably should have.
Oh,
Because
too
it's like
fun.
ADHD kicked in. It was like, ooh,
New projects and new builds. So this is your first time playing Minecraft?
yeah. Literally
So
2 weeks
cool.
ago was the first time I ever started playing.
It's amazing. From the stuff you build, you're like, I would never would have guessed. This all looks amazing. You've got
Well,
so
see,
much.
I'm used to building dungeons on paper.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to do gaming, like years ago, and build labyrinths and build buildings and stuff like this. And so it's like, oh well, I know this is roughly how it does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I spend way too much time on this.
Well, I am so glad that you were able to walk me through the stuff that you've been working on. There's just I'm just been blown away by the things that you've built and that everybody's built. This is just amazing. And we still
Oh yeah,
have
this is going to be so much fun for everybody to see.
yeah, and we still have I think 2 weeks till our event. So it's coming up, but we still have 2 whole weeks. This place is just
There
going
is
to
one other thing, but I'm
transform.
going to let people figure that out on their own. It's
Okay.
very small. People will see it and they'll go, "Yes, he did what?" Okay.
So a little like Easter egg thing for people to
It's
find.
a little Easter egg thing.
Okay.
It's specific to Anstiora.
Alrighty. Yeah, I've had a couple of other builders mention of working on little secrets and hidden things. So this is great. Alrighty. Well, thanks again. This is a lot of fun, and I'll see you on the server.
Okay, see you later.